Hello there, Admirals, and welcome to another Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail video. We're going to be playing a mission here called Acting Captain, my friends. Let's see what it's all about and exactly what our task is going to be to actually make it home. So here we go, guys. Our new frigate is trapped at the open of San Juan River mouth. She is shaken by volley of guns, smoke everywhere. What is happening? We're going to call this the Battle of San Juan. The mouth of the San Juan River is vital strategic key for the Spanish captaincy of Guatemala. We need to secure the entrance to the river, open the route, and take Nicaragua and all these rich lands under the authority of His Majesty King George III. Okay, now a frontal attack seems suicidal, but we have no other option available, guys. We need to secure that fishing village and obviously get it back for the crown. Now, there are actually some Spaniards patrolling the area, and we're going to have to move these troops through over there. But currently, we need to try and engage the Spaniards with our existing ships, which is currently just Her Majesty's Service Richmond. Now, I don't think I'm actually going to select any specific kind of shot, although it would be nice for us to actually board one of these vessels. So you know what? I'm going to go for the grape shot here. And I believe if we can get close enough here, we can board one of these guys. We've got quite a lot of men on board, and we should be able to take these guys down. Then again, in this situation, let's just go for standard shot. You know what? Because I don't think we're going to be getting close anytime soon. I prefer to try and pile the damage on early. And also have them focus on this ship and not our arriving troop vessels. Those we need to keep away from the Spanish eyes. Love up here, it lets you know if we got any hits, reflective damage, etc. Really gives us a nice explanation of what's going on. Load, boys. Prepare to fire again. I might have to switch fire over here to the Mercedes. But I'll keep firing at the Galga for a little bit longer. Although soon our guns are going to be actually better suited for the Mercedes here. Should be ready to fire. And of course, once our actual infantry ships arrive, guys, what we want to do is we want to get them on land and dismount quickly with any available troops. In fact, there we go. We've got the Her Majesty's Service Series. With the two groups of men on board. So let's proceed forward. And we can actually tell up here, this boat is reflective that there are troops to be dropped. So I'm going to push on through with the series. I will keep her guns going. And even the Richmond has some men on board that could assist. So ideally we also save the Richmond here, but he is going up against two Spanish vessels. And that's certainly not easy. Right, nice, excellent shots there, and it looks like the series was smart enough to target him as well. It could have also been he fired at the Mercedes and a few rounds went through to the Galga. Another possibility. Now the Galga's very damaged. Let me try something. I'm going to try to raise sails, and I'm going to try to get close enough to the Mercedes to board her. So a bit of a surprise here for the opponent, I believe. We need to get very close, though, for this to work. And ideally, we need to also stop the vessel. So I'm going to switch over here to the chain shot, which should rip down some of the masts, hopefully. I like that. At the very least, we're keeping these guys very busy so that they're not focusing on the rest of our ships, which should be arriving soon. Right now, we've just got the series on the way. We could have potentially brought her forward to help here, but I don't think that's necessary. Now, this is where things get very important. We're going to try to board. There we go. Come on, boys. Not quite. We're going to have to get a lot closer here. Let's see if... Nope. Unfurled the sails. Once again, no luck. We keep firing at the enemy. Okay, here we go, guys. We definitely need to let these boys out. It would be really nice if they had some reinforcements here. There we go. All right. Some of the ships are arriving. I want to get them there as quick as possible. Let me get those sails up all the way. Unfurl the sails. And we're already going to start depositing some of our men out here in front of this village. Let's go for it. So this is the series. Here we go, folks. It looks like standard British infantry here, maybe grenadiers, that are going to assist in taking this this Spanish outpost of San Juan. Just unacceptable that this is occurring. We can't accept it. Now this is a chance. We're trying to get that middle button, and we need to get very close for that to actually occur. There we go. There we go. There we go, guys. We've grabbed on. We've grappled onto the enemy ship. I wonder if we can grapple onto both, but I'm not going to push our luck. Here we go. All right, beautiful. Let's make sure that our sailors are also getting on land here. Then where the hell are they? Where the hell are our sailors? Oh, there they are. That spooked me so bad. Alright, we need to land them quickly. We've also got enemy artillery firing at us. Let's see if we can't target it. I'm actually going to anchor here. I don't want this guy moving, and he's already kind of having some shallow water problems, etc. Move that guy. We've also got this guy arriving. Look at that. 3 troop transports on the way. Let's see how the battle is going on deck. And it looks like we have just captured the enemy ship. They have surrendered. Wonderful news. But also a lot of men on deck here of the Richmond, so we want to try to get her closer to the other ship and let go of them to save these. At this point, we're just going to scuttle her. And we've got some prisoners here off the boat. We've given them some life rafts. Best of luck. Now I'm actually going to move forward, and I'm going to try to actually do the exact same thing to this ship. We are going to try to board her. Let's go for it. Not too bad, man. Not a bad result. Okay. Engaging the enemies, guys. We want to get off this beach quickly. And it looks like the Spanish have sent their tiradores. These are sharpshooters. So let's keep on pushing, but I want to try and keep to the jungle, of course. If we can. It's probably the safest way to approach this island. Keep them under fire, boys. In the name of the king. Actually, these are just Marines. Still pretty good units, of course. But I was hoping for, you know, actual regulars. And I think the Dorset might have regulars. We'll find out soon enough. Let's see if we manage to grapple here with the enemy ship. Not quite. Okay, the Richmond was not as lucky. We're going to have to turn around. However, keep in mind that this Spanish ship is badly damaged. Bad news is I think that those life rafts are going towards the Spanish ship. They might be able to reinforce it, so we want to get that damage on the ship as soon as possible, and that's happening right now. Alright, a few more enemy units arriving. That's no good. Those sails all the way up. I think it's time to go ahead and get the boys out of the Dorset. And that looks like actual regulars, British regulars, if I'm not mistaken. We'll do the same with the Plymouth over here. I want to get them just a little bit closer. And please, fire away. In terms of the ships, they can fire away. Have at it. There we go, the Plymouth as well. We'll stop just so the speed slows down here. It'll be a lot easier for our men to actually exit the ship. And hopefully we can continue to bombard this area. These men need support for sure. Hold on the beach for now, men. Look at that. The Spanish actually have some appropriate military units. Not just standard Marines or anything, but proper Spanish military here. We're going to lower our speed. Should allow our guys to get off the ship here. Land, boys. Under heavy fire, of course. That's the situation we have, I wouldn't say created for ourselves, but the situation we find ourselves in. I'll let out the men in the Earl of Sandwich's boat pretty soon, too. But not quite yet. I'm also going to try to bring the series back to provide some covering fire. I don't think these troop ships can provide any fire whatsoever, so we're going to get them out of here. There we go. All right. Perfect arrival. Let's advance towards the tree line. Obviously, we want to get as far away from the tree line as possible, but that's not currently an option. So we're going to advance for the tree line now, and actually I'm going to charge that artillery position. I see no reason why we can't take that out right now. Let's get rid of the enemy's artillery position there quickly. Alright, Earl of Sandwich deploying his troops as well. Let's lower that mass completely. Alright. It's looking like a pretty lively fight over here for the artillery, but I think we got it. Bailey as well has just arrived. I'm going to turn him towards the enemy here. We need that additional fire for sure. Alright, the field battery is ours. And in the meantime, we don't need to take the village immediately, so I'm going to get some men over here and fire from the trees at the enemy. Some Marines here led by Hadley. I'm going to do the same with this unit too. Now these guys will head towards the actual settlement. Alright. Alright, the Richmond continued her fight with the Galga. The Richmond's got some men on it, though, so I'm going to head back to the coast. I don't think the Galga is much of a threat anymore. We could still try to sink her, but again, not going to be too much of a problem for our men. I'm going to set up right there in the defensive location. Here we go, folks. And our men have arrived in the woods. Let's see if they can provide some effective fire here. Also try to get some flanking shots with Marco Hadley. Marco, not exactly the most British name I can think of, but it is what it is. Maybe if we're playing with Italians. Prime your rifles. Prepare to fire. Let them have it, boys. They had a hold fire set up. I didn't remember setting that up. Unless they're out of ammunition, in which case we will charge. Let's give them a chance here, though. There we go. Let them charge. Just let them get the charge. They weren't going to fire, so there we go. We got a flank charge. Should work out fairly well. Let's move towards the island. Move up with our field battery also. And there we go. Beautiful. Cause the enemy to break. And it looks like our men have found their ability to fire yet again. Always good news there for the British. Alright, let's push forward. No point in staying here. Bit of a waste of time. Let's see where that second ship is. And again, we have more men in this ship. So I want them to arrive here very, very quickly. I love that beach landing. That was awesome. Of course, the Spanish are still trying to fight us off. But I think we've got them here. We could even do a double charge and pretty much run them off. But I'm going to hold for now. Watch the friendly fire, boys. Don't worry, we'll hit some of them as well. It's alright. Alright, as for taking this settlement, I think especially a barricaded position, we need to charge. We had one successful charge. I just hope that they have the strength for a charge, and it doesn't look like they do. So we're going to have to shoot our way into this place. Fair enough. Alright, not a bad start, guys. Not a bad start at all. And the units like Halle there, you can see the 3 stars next to them. These are very good units. They've seen quite a lot of combat there. Despite a bloody approach to the beach, the Battle of San Juan continues. The conquest of San Juan continues. And I'm hoping that we are one step closer. I do believe we are. And there we go. Enemies out, and the area is ours. Now, of course, we need to move up there and take the enemy fort, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's going to be a little more challenging. Oh, welcome. Good to see you, Richmond. Just in time, my good friend. Especially, look at that, with some additional Spanish troops on the outskirts of town. Why, we can't have that. Let's go ahead. We're lowering the sails. We'll get this guy back into combat as soon as we get the ships off. But I definitely want to get those ships off. Look at that, 3 units. Alright, we can go ahead and unfurl those sails in case the Galaga wants another piece of us. Welcome to the fight, men. Just some standard sailors. They'll be helpful in terms of keeping the enemy away from the town. In fact, I'm going to keep them in these cornfields. Or are they sugarcane fields? Maybe sugarcane fields. That seems to be the prevailing crop in the area. And I'm going to take these guys and push them forward here to the enemy artillery battery. We can see an artillery battery right here ahead of us. Obviously, charging it would be the best thing. The problem is we got to go uphill for this thing. It ain't going to be easy, put it that way. And you know what? Take this unit over here to try to keep the enemy shooters off us. For the king! Charge! This is a very experienced unit of ours. Looks like grenadiers. They should know what they're doing when taking one of these coastal batteries. We want to let those bayonets do the talking. And we've also got a group of actual volunteers. Interesting. A group of volunteers prepared to fight as well. I didn't want them to shoot, but that works. They seem to only be hitting the enemy in this case. Let's try to keep that to a minimum, though. And I want to try and start setting our guys up over here using the enemy's own cover against them. Let's go, boys. Feel pretty safe in this position right now, but this is why I kept a few units here. You could see that the enemy is absolutely still going to try to make a push for the area, so we have a regular unit here. Might not be a bad idea for us to push the artillery forward, but I'll keep it here for now since we sent Polson over to assist. Let Polson engage this unit. That battery is coming back for more. Absolute madmen. San Juan is ours, Spaniard. Give up while you still can. What's going on with the series? Is she drifting? She's drifting. The Richmond will go for the Galaga. You know what? These sailors that just arrived, might as well send them over here to the fort. Alright, let's advance. That artillery battery has been abandoned. That's exactly what we want to see. We need to get inside the fort now. Not even doing the quick step. I just want to get in here calmly. Show the enemy that we've got plenty of confidence, plenty of manpower. We can take our time. And look at that. Great shots from behind this parapet.
Save yourselves!
Another artillery piece. That battery could be a problem, and it's the 6-pounder coastal gun. So we need to try and capture this battery entirely. Let's see if we can do it with this many men. Forward. March! Forward! Make sure that we're holding this location. It looks alright. Looks like these sailors were forced back. And we've also got good old Polson arriving just as a secondary, just in case we need him. We'll put him over here on this side. Will this be a victory for the crown? You guys tell me. Plenty more Spanish troops hiding back here. That kind of concerns me. I think they'll go for a strong counterattack if we force this unit back, and I'm almost certain we will, with the help of Aiden Bailey. Love the names here. Aiden Bailey, and of course, the ever-famous Richard Bulkley. Not even Berkeley, just Bulkley. It's still in alpha, folks. It's still in alpha. Those names, they can't be right. Maybe they are. Maybe they are for the period. They're correct. All right, just arrived with Polson, and I think he can actually carry out a charge here. Morale is fine. Condition is great. Yes, Polson can be the mopping up guy here. John Polson, you've wanted that lordship your entire life. This is your chance to grab it. Especially with, look at that, the enemy battery's gonna charge. They are not afraid. Let's go for it. Charge, bayonets at the ready. Send these Spaniards back to their dirty country.
Save yourselves!
The only Iberians we can stand are the Portuguese. They like codfish just as much as we do. There we go. Yes! Oh, great shot. Great shot. I don't think they're going to be back, if I had to guess. Now, the battery is contested, so they could launch attacks against us. But we are more than ready. Would be nice to be able, somebody mentioned that in the comments of the other video, to be able to use the buildings as cover. That's not currently implemented in the game, but again, it's in early access, so maybe that's going to come soon. I think that would be very helpful, but might change the game a bit too much, so maybe only certain buildings can actually be entered. Alright, let's face the threat currently, the current threat. Polson's men, look at that, 47 kills, 12 deaths. They have distinguished themselves in this combat for sure. Pull the crown. Fire! Oh, that was beautiful. Their volleys are way more effective. So just like in Ultimate General Civil War, when you have one of those units with the stars next to them, they're definitely going to perform better in battle. It's really nice to know that. We're going to bring these units over to deal with. I know it's just an artillery battery, but we got to do something about it. And we'll bring MacDonald in here, led by Richard Bulkley, just to hold the area. He's a volunteer captain, so he doesn't get his own portrait. Poor MacDonald. That's why they made a song about the guy. Here we go. Oh my goodness, look at that. Yeah, they're not close. We're good. We're okay. Although I will get deeper into these fields. Galga's getting hit. I didn't even realize. Try to turn around and continue firing at it. We will eventually sink that ship. But he's providing a little bit of supporting fire here to his friends. Alright, let's move to the north. I think things are going great here. We could even probably stand to send one of these regiments down to actually defend this point. I don't expect anyone to go for it, but you never know. Especially in Ultimate General games, it's very common for the enemy, right at the last second, to rush for a point that they think they can grab. They're charging our battery? Nope, maybe not. I think they've decided against it. Stay away from our town. We're changing the name from San Juan to Sansford. How do you like that? Well, the British subscribers just left. Excuse me, the Spanish subscribers just left. Don't worry, my friends. We'll do some battles with Spain when they arrive. Currently, we just have battles, I think, with the UK and with the Americans, of course, but not with the Spaniards yet. I can't wait for all the possibilities. Let's go ahead and engage. They're back. And it looks like a lot of the Spanish are just kind of running to and fro here, seeking cover in the jungle. It seems to be the only area they can catch a break. And even there, our artillery is keeping them under constant pressure. Fire! Go get some bodies, boys. 5 kills, no deaths with Palmer and his farmers. Pretty much farmers with guns at this point. few regulars in there for the mix. And it's going to be a victory, guys. Now, unfortunately, since we're still in Alpha here, we're not getting a realistic victory ending, but I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. What a fun little battle. That just goes to show you not every single one of the battles in this game is going to be absolutely massive. We're going to have some that are somewhat, you know, tinkered down a bit, and I like that. I don't always feel like playing a battle that takes 2 hours or even an hour to complete. Anyway, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already, guys. We live by those subscriptions. We live by those memberships as well if you want to become a member, so don't forget to do those things. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next one.